In this video, we are going to continue to see cloud databases with implementation of change data capture and Outbox pattern. So the second cloud database is Azure CosmosDB, which also supports change data capture. So what is Azure CosmosDB? Azure CosmosDB is a globally distributed multimodal database service offered by Microsoft Azure. It supports various database models including the document, key value, column family and graph, and it can be accessed through multiple APIs, for example SQL, MongoDB, Cassandra and Azure Table Storage. So Azure CosmosDB has built-in support for change data capture, which allows it to track and propagate data changes made to the database to other systems in near real time. Change data capture in Azure CosmosDB works by continuously monitoring the transaction logs of the database for changes and extracting those changes to be sent to the target systems. So in order to use change data capture with Azure CosmosDB, you can enable the change data capture feature on a database or a collection and specify the target systems that should receive the data changes. You can see the picture on the slide. This is an example use case which implementation of change data capture feature in Azure CosmosDB. So you can see that there is a feed database, feed table, and in the change feed API, this will be triggered different use cases. And when Azure CosmosDB change feed API to access the data change and process them into different application types and different use cases. So let's see one by one. If change feed happened, this will be trigger a call an API when a document is inserted or modified in the feed table, and this is the event computing and notification, event driven development and event driven application that will be trigger the Azure functions, Azure notification hubs, Azure app service and so on. So this is the use case for the retail, gaming and content management. And the second use case is real-time processing. When the change feed happens, this will be real-time stream processing of data, and stream processing should be handled from the Azure Stream Analytics, Azure HD Insight or Apache Spark or Apache Storm. This will be using from the IoT processing applications or data science and analytic applications. And the last use case is migrations. When the change feed happens, this will be triggered zero downtime migrations to the Azure Storage Blob, Azure Storage Table or Data Lake or different CosmosDB tables. These will be data migrations, and zero downtime migrations could be happen for the data movement for the enterprise data management use cases. So this is the Azure CosmosDB change data capture use cases. Now we can go ahead and see another cloud database. Another cloud database which provided the change data capture is Amazon DynamoDB. And also Amazon DynamoDB has Streams API to provide fully functional change data capture and Outbox pattern. So what is Amazon DynamoDB? DynamoDB supports streaming of item level change data capture records in the near real time. A DynamoDB stream is an ordered flow of information about changes to the items in a DynamoDB table. When we enable a stream on a table, DynamoDB captures information about every modification to data items in the table. Whenever an application creates, updates or deletes item in the table, DynamoDB streams writes a stream record with a primary key attributes of the items that were modified. A stream record contains information about a data modification to a single item in DynamoDB table. We can also configure the stream so that the stream records capture additional information, for example, the before and after image of modified items. DynamoDB streams writes stream records in near real time so that you can build applications that consume these streams and take actions based on the content. Most of the applications can benefit from data capturing changes into DynamoDB table. We can give some example use cases. For example, a new customer add item to DynamoDB table. This event invokes another application that send a welcome email to the new customer. This could be notification email use cases. Or An application automatically sends notification to the mobile devices of all friends in a group as soon as one friend uploads a new feature, and this is an application of mobile notification. And also we can give different examples. For example, a mobile application modifies data in a DynamoDB table. It could be view count of YouTube video or like pictures on Instagram that thousands of updates per second. So we can give an example of financial applications. A financial application modifies stock market data in a DynamoDB table, and different applications running in parallel to track these changes in real time. So here you can see an example of implementation DynamoDB streams for change data capture and Outbox table. This example is processing DynamoDB streams using the AWS Lambda functions for capturing the change data capture of DynamoDB tables. So we basically capture a new order create operation into DynamoDB table and process DynamoDB streams using the AWS Lambda to perform business logic. In this case, the business logic could be a send confirmation email to customer, but we don't implement it. I will give you an example of this architecture. So basically a user insert, update and delete an item in DynamoDB order table, and a new stream record is written to reflect to new item has been added to order table, and this new stream record to trigger an AWS Lambda function, and this Lambda function will be perform business logic.